Woo, woo, woo. What's up, bro? Welcome back to another video. Yeah. Oh my. How good does it feel to be back? To be back in routine, to be back training, to be back eating like normal. Oh my goodness. I feel amazing, man. I feel super amazing. God's good. Life has been good lately. It's been it's been good. Yeah, good news. Just released my forged ebook for the busy man. So stay tuned for that. I'll be putting it up on the platforms as well. Hope to put it up on my YouTube too. And yeah, this one for my viewers is a really big one. If you follow a Forged and you want to be a part of Forged and you want to, become more disciplined, um, improve your physique, improve your life, then that book is for you, and it can really help. It's for the busy man, whether you're working in corporate, whether you're a construction worker, public services. If you're a busy man that would love to train but can't find like ways and solutions to work around that, due to your busy schedule, then that book will identify like all those problems are there, so it'll help you to, you know it has the solutions for you that you can actually implement, like real life strategies and practical systems that that work, that can really help you, and worked for me as well. So yeah, super excited for that, man. Super excited for that. Yeah. Today's topic. Welcome, gentlemen, to episode 3. Welcome to episode 3. Chasing big wins kept me stuck. Chasing the big wins. Intensity, being overly intense but not consistent enough, kept me stuck for a long time. It really did, and it took me 27 years to realize that, but I'm glad I realized it eventually, you know. Yeah, man, it's the small wins. The small wins really do propel you and give you that momentum, that starting momentum. So I used to have this tendency, back then. So I would like be training hard, and then something would happen. Sometimes, yeah, like I'd struggle to balance my life and gym, or I would get injured, get sick. And then back then, when I was like still drinking alcohol, maybe I'd like drink too much and be like feeling too sick Monday morning, and then I'd end up not going to the gym for the whole week. But then when I'd like eventually return to the gym, I would try like starting like carrying on from where I left off, which isn't very wise, because remember, if you take some time off gym, like whatever happens, let's say you get injured, you get lazy, whatever, but if you take some time off gym and you want to immediately go back to the same intensity that you left at, oh my goodness gracious me, you might even get injured, you know um so just watch out for that. You really need to watch out for that, man. Yeah. Because remember, your body got used to a certain type of intensity. It got used to this intensity, and what happened was, the injury happens. Let's say you're not training for a month or 2 months. Your body is now adapted to the sedentary life, or you not training. So you're going, hoping to start off at the same intensity that you left off at, won't make your gains miraculously come back. The gains will come regardless. Remember, these things do take some time. The gains will come. You just need to be consistent, progressively overload, not go full intensity in the beginning, progressively overload so that your body can adapt to intensities, to all these different intensities. Because if you don't, you're gonna just tear, yeah, you're gonna overwork your muscle fibers, you're gonna tear them so much that recovery will take you a lot longer than it should because you overtrained in the beginning. So you just need to get back to it gradually, and you know, before you even know it, you're gonna be back where you left off. So that's one thing I wish that I knew sooner. And so this week I had to, you know, do things like that. I had to actually, train myself to not try to go too heavy. Like I did go, actually no. I think the heaviest, I think dumbbell press. I mean, like that's also a bit heavy. Like I can go 50 kgs, 55s dumbbell press. Incline dumbbell press, and I think I did ended up like doing about 35 kgs per dumbbell, which is also pretty heavy. Like I also kind of went a bit too far with that. I could have just taken the 15s and 20s and just you know this is for the like the more advanced lifter, like someone that has been lifting and has seen results in his life. You have muscle memory in your arsenal, so the gains will come back, and they will come back very quickly. You remember, you're not like someone who just started going to the gym. You're someone that has been training, for quite some time. That's why you have results. You've been consistent enough. And then as for the beginner, same thing for the beginner. You start off slowly and then you work your way up. And that's how it works in life and habit stacking as well. If you're someone that, studies, let me say you can only study for 1 hour a day. I'm a big believer, even though I don't always do it, but I try to do it often, is doing that thing, whatever thing that you're trying to get better at in your life daily, be it your academics, your job, or whatever, your sales job. If I'll make examples. If you're in a sales job, you're gonna practice, what sales scripts. If you are a rugby player, you're gonna practice passing the ball side to side or kicking. I don't know. You're gonna try to do that like very often, consistently. Even if you're not doing it for 2 hours, you doing it for about 20 minutes daily is much better than you doing it for 3 hours 3 times a month. If you're doing it for like 20 minutes daily, I think there was a study that says that if I don't know, if you do something for 18 minutes every day, you become like part of the, I don't know if it's top 5% in that particular practice. I'm not sure how accurate that is though, but it would definitely make sense, because consistency will always win over intensity, especially inconsistent intensity. When you practicing for 3 hours and then you don't practice for a month, and then you practice for 6 hours and then you don't practice for another month, and you practice 10 hours and then you don't. I genuinely think that it's better if you even doing something for like 10 minutes every day. You will definitely beat the guy that's doing it the other way. So even with your habits, I'd say that's how it goes, in life. So this week I'm definitely taking it I'm taking it easy. I am just easing back into things. everything with my studies, with the business, with content, everything. So yeah, man, it's good to be back though. It really is good to be back. Um, you will always experience setbacks in your life. I think setbacks are inevitable. Something does come up for sure. And the problem isn't the setback, because setbacks will always come. The problem is not the setback. The problem is how you adjust to that setback. If you cannot develop the skill to switch up, to adjust, you will have a problem. And I'm not saying this because I think that I'm better or because I'm very good at that. I'm also learning that. I'm learning that. I'm speaking about this as I'm learning. I don't like everything that I talk about in this platform is not some of the things I haven't mastered, but it's things that I'm working on, and I am just sharing like my personal experiences and what I'm experiencing as all of these things are happening. So it doesn't mean that I have it all together or I know how to do A, B, C, all of that. No, Forged is about forging yourself. Yeah. And when you're being forged, it's not a smooth journey. It's very bumpy. So some of these things I am, becoming good at. Some of them I'm still learning. Maybe a couple I've mastered. And then maybe there's some things that are still gonna come up that I don't even know exist, that I still have to deal with in the future. And how exciting it is that I'll still be sharing that with you. I am not exempt from this. Everyone who is part of Forged is becoming a better version of himself or herself. Daily, day in, day out, through the setbacks, through the mistakes, through the challenges that come. These past 6 weeks for me have been the worst this year in terms of business, training, academics. Oh, I have been down bad. Like, I'm telling you, like, down bad. I even got like flashbacks of my old self, like my 2021, 2022 self. That's probably like the worst version of me ever. If you met me 2021, 2022, I am so sorry you had to deal with that. Like, from the pits of my heart, I'm so sorry you had to deal with that person. So, bro, that's how bad it was. Like, it literally started giving me glimpses of that. Even though it wasn't as bad, but I fear going back to that version of myself so bad that I really did get like flashbacks, like, flip, this guy. Is he coming back? What's happening? Bro, I was waking up at like 12 midday, bro. I was sleeping in the morning. I couldn't sleep. Like, I don't know when exactly my sleep, like my sleep patterns got messed up. But when they got messed up for a whole month, like, trying to fix them. Luckily, I don't work a 9 to 5 and I don't have to be at work. But business also, like, I was able to, like, do what was necessary, but I couldn't, I wasn't working under systems, so it became hard, it became overwhelming, and even the quality of the work drops. So I feel so good when I'm implementing, systems. I feel really good. So yeah, that's life, bruv. That's life. But, you know, the comeback is always stronger than the setback. You need to also be self-aware as a human. Find your weaknesses, and then you have two options. You either work on them, or you let them derail you or set you back. Or, actually, there's another option. If it's something that you can pay someone to do or resolve, do that too. I also believe in that a lot, guys. One of my biggest goals is hiring people that are smarter than me. I cannot wait for the day I actually hire people that are smarter than me, that will take care of all the tech, IT, and all those things. Like, I have to do these things myself right now, and sometimes I'd like get stuck on one thing for so long, like for so long. So yeah, it's just one of those things. But shame, I'm not gonna carry on living like that, bro. Once I can hire like very intelligent people that I can pay very well, I'm gonna hire those people. There are just things I don't like doing, and I'm not gonna I'm not gonna subject myself to, you know. I prefer doing what I'm good at, what can generate me revenue, and then let others handle, you know, what they're good at. Also creating job opportunities. Everybody wins. Win-win for everybody, you know. Yeah. But it's a good journey, man. It really has been a good journey, and you know, don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe.